Hello Gun Nation, Big Johnson coming at you. All right, I just got in the new Streamlight TLR-1 HLX. So there it is right there. It does have the new buttons on the back. It comes with two options of buttons. It comes with these and a higher mount button. So I'll be playing with those, and then actually you load the batteries from the front. So you push this button in, you hear it click, and then there's a lever over here. You flip the lever, and then the front, oops, and then the front opens, and there's your batteries. It does come with two rechargeable batteries, which is pretty cool. And it also, and when you click it in, it locks, and then the button goes back to where it was. And when you get it, you get a plug-in lead that goes to the wall, kind of like an Apple charger for your phone, but it has two different ports, one for each battery. So it kind of just pigtails off into two different plug-ins. So that's kind of cool actually how they did that. And that does come with it. So, and you can run CR123s or the rechargeables. The rechargeable give you 1500 lumens. The standard give you 1000. And then it goes from like, what is it, 20,000 candela, I believe. I'm sorry, I just got this and I've been playing around with it, but I wanted to show it to you. And then I've got the standard TLR-1 HL with the switches on the back. And I don't hate these switches, but it's always been a boogaboo. When they came out with the new TLR-7As and stuff, I was like, man, I said this, if you follow me, I said this way back in a video, if they put the TLR-7 switches on the TLR-1, that would be awesome. And they have done it. Now, I will say this. The new light, the TLR-1 HL or HLX, is heavier than the standard TLR-1 HL. I mean, it's not, you know, it's definitely heavier, but it's not like, oh my God, 18 ounces heavier. I don't know the exact weight, but it's definitely heavier, probably because of the mechanics and everything that's in it, and the wiring and circuitry and all that other stuff. But let's go ahead and shine it. I'm gonna show you the old TLR-1 HL right now. So there it is, just to kind of give you an idea. There's some trees and some bushes. That's not super far. That's maybe like 15 yards, 18 yards maybe. So that's the normal TLR-1 HL that y'all are used to. Here is the new HLX. I mean, this thing is a big difference. So I'm gonna compare them. This right here is your TLR-1, the standard HL. And then I'm gonna introduce this one to the side. And look at that, it completely washes that out. New one, old one. New one, old one. There's some dogs way back behind the fence. I guess I'm pissing them off with the light. But yeah, this new one is super bright. I mean, look at the flood on it. I mean, look where the ring shuts off. See the top ring? Starts going way up in the trees. Then here's your old one. Do the same thing with it. So it's a much larger hotspot, or excuse me, a much larger flood, and I believe it is a bigger hotspot. Yeah, it's a larger hotspot. And the color is different too. I don't know if y'all can tell. More of a white than a yellow is what I'm seeing with my eyes. I don't know how the camera's picking it up, but the new one just swallows the other one. So if you're looking for an upgrade, I think the new one might be a really great option. Thank you for Streamlight for sending this out to me for testing. I will be beating it up, throwing it around, doing my normal standard testing. I also put these on guns at the range, and then I'll bang them on the table to see if they're gonna short out or anything. I did notice, I don't know if you can hear it, a little bit of rattling with the new one. I don't hear it with the old one. The batteries, a little bit of a rattle. I don't hear it with the old one. So, you know, I don't know if the batteries are wiggling around in there. That's what I would assume it would be. But man, that sucker is bright. Holy crap. I mean, look at the detail on this tree up here. Whoops, sorry, the camera. Now we'll do the same thing with the old one. So there's the old one. We'll bring in the new one. Old one, new one, old one, new one. New one's pretty awesome. It's definitely heavier. So if weight is a consideration and you're like, I don't want that big heavy weight on there, and plus it does get a little warmer, but it is a high output, you know, so this one, you know, it's not hot to the touch. It's just definitely getting a little warmer that I can feel. But it looks like the bezels are the same. Maybe the tail switches. I'm lining up the silver to the silver. So I'd say the tail switches are just a tad longer maybe, but I can't tell any difference with the width. But I don't know, I hadn't put a caliper on it or anything. So we'll, you know, try to do that at a later time. I just want to get this out so you could take a look at it and see what you thought about it. There's the new one again. There's your old one. They're both HLs, high lumens. One is just the X with the 1500 lumens versus the 1000. But it is definitely more candela. So thank y'all so much. You can go on the Streamlight website and look at the specs and all that and see if this works for you. Carry on.